Well, hello, it's Wednesday, so it must be time for Woolly Hat's Wednesday Whips. I hope you're having a good week and I hope you aren't too stressed out about the impending lockdown if you're in England. Of course, if you're in Wales, next week you'll be coming out of lockdown, so it's all very confusing, isn't it? So let's put that all behind us and think about other things. So on Sunday it was Vegan Day, and I thought I'd show you some vegan yarn that I've been using and I have used in the past and give you a little guide. So you might remember I've been doing my Tunisian crochet. Well, yesterday I finished the actual crochet bit. So it's there, it's all finished. It's a lovely stitch of just a normal stitch, Tunisian stitch, and then a knit stitch alternated. So all I have to do now, of course, is sew in the ends and sew up the pockets that I've put in and things like that, and then it'll be ready to give to my friend for her birthday. So the reason I'm showing you that is obviously I'm very proud of finishing, because it's great when you finish something, but also it is made of a vegan yarn. So this is Rowan, and it's called Creative Linen, and it's 50% linen and 50% cotton. So that's definitely no animals being there. And the thing is about cotton and linen is that it does have a certain drape. It's quite heavy, so if you're using cotton instead of wool, you would use more of it, and it hangs in a different way. The other thing about cotton and a lot of and linen and cotton and other vegan yarns is they don't bounce back like wool. So when you stretch it, it doesn't always go back in again, unless sometimes they put some acrylic in or other things like that. But if you're trying to be good, then you don't really want acrylic in. So do bear that in mind when, especially if you're swapping a wool for a cotton or linen yarn, it will have a different drape and you will need more yarn. So that's that. The other thing, so it's Rowan. There are lots of different shades, but interesting enough, it's made in Romania, which is a bit sad, because Rowan used to be quite good on doing British yarns and things, but nowadays they have a lot of foreign yarns. So there we go, but it is 100% vegan. The other thing you've got here, so this is again this is linen and viscose mix. This is from Stylecraft, and it's double knitting, and viscose is another name for bamboo. So this is quite nice and soft. Obviously you can't feel this on the video, but I can feel it and it is quite soft. This is soft but not as soft, and it's the bamboo makes it nice and soft, and the linen gives it the cotton feel. So that's quite a nice thing. I bought this earlier in the year to make some summer tops, but obviously not got around to it yet, but perhaps for next year. And this one, again, this is got viscose in it. It's also got wool, so it does feel a bit different, so it's not 100% vegan, but viscose is bamboo, so look out for that. So the other one I was going to show you is, before we get onto that, just to prove where all these things come from. So this one, I don't think it tells me where this one's from. Sleethwaite. Licensed in Turkey. So Romania, Turkey, and this one is I don't think this one tells me where this one's from, but it's worth looking at labels to see. Sorry, I'm getting out the sun. It's worth looking at labels to see where all these things come from, and especially if you're concerned about wool miles. And there are other companies that do specialise in British wools, like West Yorkshire Spinners, who focus on wool that is grown in the UK. So the final one I'm going to show you is, this is a sock yarn, and it's Tencel, which is another plant-based yarn, and it's produced by or dyed by Flora Fibres, who is Katrina, who's based in Scotland, a lovely lady, and she does all vegan yarns. She's called Flora Fibres, artisan vegan yarn she calls herself. So she does that. She does bamboo, she does cotton, but she also does interesting things like banana yarn, which I bought some lace yarn from her before. So there's lots of interesting alternatives to wool if you don't want to use your wool, either because you want to be truly vegan or if you are irritated by wool. I know lots of people find that wool very itchy, and some people do actually come up in a rash, which is a shame. So do look out for the vegan yarns. They're not always called vegan yarns. Look out for cotton and linen and bamboo, and you should be able to find something that will suit you. So that's it for this week. I hope you are having fun knitting and crocheting. I've got the final Learn to Crochet class tonight. I brought it forward. Obviously we can't do it tomorrow because it's a Thursday and it's the first day of lockdown, so I'm looking forward to that. We're doing granny squares, so I hope to see lots of granny squares from my students. Perhaps you've been doing granny squares. If so, please share with us what you're doing and what other projects you might be doing. Okay then, that's all for this week. I will see you next week. Goodbye.